Hey, welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Amber.
Brandy.
And Ross.
Amber said that a little bit sassily there. This is Amber with the head tilt and their swivel thing.
2 circle snaps.
That's why your back is fucked up, is because it's trying to compensate for that shit. All right, so we did have something else lined up, but Brandy has decided that we want to talk about things that have pissed us off this week.
Well, okay, Brandy didn't decide this alone in a vacuum, but whatever. Making me the bad guy. But anyway, like, what the fuck? This week, I know of at least 3 people who, not like personally, because
you've seen articles,
right? Articles where different, and they weren't like, you can't say they were all in like one state. They were spread around, where motherfuckers admit that they raped children, like 14 and down.
One was a school bus driver.
Yeah, school bus driver.
Yeah. And they're just getting a slap on the hand. Like it's no big deal.
Instead of being like locked up, like, I'm sorry, if you're a goddamn child molester, you need to be locked up.
What happened to that being a felony?
What happened to that being like the worst thing a person can do?
Yeah,
because the worst thing a person can do now is smoke marijuana.
Oh yeah, obviously.
They need to throw away the key on them people.
Person.
Okay, well, while we're talking about that specifically, hold on. I want to mention, I saw this article that this kid smoked so much marijuana that he died, and I want to chalk that up to things that never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not believing that. Because I've tested that theory.
If he died...
By the way, good news.
If he died, it wasn't from fucking weed.
The first bit of medical marijuana has been sold in Arkansas legally.
Wait. Let's rant about that in a minute.
They probably sold out in like 5 minutes.
I got a whole nother rant about that.
200 pounds in 5 minutes.
That they're both in Hot Springs?
About how much it cost.
Oh,
yeah. I haven't heard yet.
$200 an ounce.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Literally sick. So the people that need it are not going to be able to afford it.
No.
That's bullshit.
But anyway,
okay, we'll get back to that.
Yeah. Anyway, so what the fuck? I don't understand how you can molest a child, ruin that child for life, because I don't care if they get therapy. They're never gonna. There are things that just can't be undone. Mm-hmm. So these are permanent effects these children are facing, and we don't think the dudes need to go to prison. No, we don't want to ruin their lives. And we don't think that
they're going to do it again.
Well, of course they're going to, especially if they get a slap on the wrist in probation.
Absolutely.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I firmly believe this. I don't believe that you can be rehabilitated from fucking around with kids.
Well, no, because newsflash, that's fucking unnatural.
And I want to put this out there for God and everybody to hear. Any of these motherfuckers who say, "Oh, well, that's a sexual preference."
No, the fuck it's
not.
not.
No, it's not. That is a deviant behavior, and it is pointed directly at kids. And if we try to normalize that, we are as bad as they are.
Well, first of all, there's a reason children's bodies look gender neutral.
Yeah.
They're asexual for a reason, because they're not ready to be in sexual situations. Mm-hmm. And no, that's not a preference. It's a fucking perversion, and it's gross. And
but have you seen that shit? And they're trying to do that in fucking like England too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this needs to be considered a sexual preference. Nah, you need to go get a fucking lobotomy so you stop talking about that bullshit. That's not a sexual preference.
I'm sorry, when you're whatever you're, I don't even have a word that I can, and I've always got a word, but whatever your thing is, I don't give a fuck what you like to do to get your jollies, until and unless
it hurts animals or kids.
It hurts animals or kids.
Okay, so let's go back to the
or anybody that can't give their permission.
Right,
yeah,
somebody who is helpless.
Yeah, and I read this
just like
thing
that woman that was in the coma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
the baby.
Gross.
Well, and I read this other thing where some asshole wanted to lower the age of consent to 10.
It was that woman in Britain.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious.
It was a woman in Britain.
A woman.
Yes, a woman lawmaker in Britain wants to lower the age of consent to 10. Here's
age
the thing.
of sexual consent.
Consent.
I mean, we're not saying like to buy bubble gum unattended. We're definitely saying
it said sexual.
And here's why I think. And I'm probably,
I don't even care why.
No, you do. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to get hate for this, I'm sure. But Muslims like to marry little kids. like between 10 and 14 is like the prime age for them, and they can't do that legally in Britain, where there's a whole lot of Muslims.
Well,
if the legal age is 18.
Well, it's not just Muslims, because what about those people?
I'm talking about as a culture.
Right? I know, but like what about those the guys in the Mormon, the far, not the garden variety Mormons, but the weird.
Yeah.
I thought they just married a bunch of women.
Oh no!
They that guy went to jail for marrying all the kids.
His 12-year-old wives. Yeah.
But he was in a cult, right? Was that the one that was in a cult?
It's fundamentalist.
Fundamentalist.
Okay. You know what? I am automatically skeptical. Skeptical of anybody who uses the term fundamentalist or what's the other one?
I'm not grown because all I can think of was fundamentalist. Your fundament. That's a word for ass.
I didn't know that.
I'm just thinking about. All I'm thinking about is booty jokes.
But yeah, that type of extremist, whatever, fundamentalist or.
Okay. Stop saying that word.
Not devout. There's another word, and it's used.
I know what you're thinking.
In conjunction with some form of Judaism.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but I'm always. I guess I'm not skeptical of it if I can't think of what the fucking word is. but those types of people, I'm automatically skeptical
it's bugging
of.
me if I can't think of the word you're trying to think of.
Yeah, it's like fundamentalist, but
yeah,
orthodox, ultra orthodox.
Yeah. But. Yeah, I mean...
I love that I thought about that right as we were moving off.
But yeah, I mean, I don't feel comfortable saying it's just a Muslim thing, because it's a lot of things. But,
but like I said,
it's gross.
But as a culture over there...
I think he's saying that because a lot of them...
Yeah, no, there are millions of Muslims in and around the London area now.
But I'm sorry, anybody that thinks that's a good idea...
needs to be out of a position where
they
of
should
authority.
not be in a position of authority or.
But here's the deal. I want to talk about the law or the court actually. So, are we saying these guys have either confessed,
the bus driver did,
or have been proven?
Yeah, they have been convicted.
The bus driver confessed.
If you have been convicted or you've confessed. How the hell do you wind up with probation for that?
Baby, it would really, really, really fuck his life up to be a child predator, and so we don't want to.
Oh, so
you can't take that back.
So this is like that college kid that raped that girl.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do anything to him because it'll really
fuck up his life.
His life.
What about the lives of the kids?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what I told Chris last night because it came up on something. It wasn't the bus driver; it was a new one where he had raped a little kid. And I was like, we were outside. I was like, what the hell is going on? He was like, what? I'm like, all these people not getting jail time.
I mean, it has been like 3 or 4 in the last week.
What she said right before we were getting ready to go to bed was, what in the fuck? And it's night. I'm not looking at what she's looking at, and I didn't know what the hell was happening. So yeah.
Well,
but it's indicative of a bigger problem because here in the last several years there has been this. And the last several, I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years, this shift where we either want to blame the victim somehow, my favorite is, she was asking for it, or
I don't
or
care
something
if
like
I'm
that.
trip-tropping down the road with my lady bits wide open, buck naked, unless I say, stick it in me, you don't have permission to stick it in me.
Right, but the other side of that is, if they don't victim blame, because that would look bad, publicly, they like to do this thing where they try to empathize and sympathize with the perpetrator, and it's like, motherfucker, he committed the crime. He thought about that crime. He thought he had several points going up to the crime where he thought, maybe I don't do this.
For the past several years, they've been doing that with criminals. They try to
to normalize the behavior.
Somehow they try to say that it wasn't his fault.
Does that stem from the whole recidivism thing? They're trying to.
That sounds like a word I should know.
Recidivism? That's to repeat your crime, to go back and offend again.
Go back and offend again. I mean, are they trying to? They're using some kind of new psychology to try and.
No, I don't think
keep these people from.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what psychology method works really, really well 100% of the time. If someone does something heinous and you slap their dick hard enough, they'll never do it again.
The thing is, like, it's no secret, I am the original bleeding heart. If anybody can find empathy for somebody, it's me. Fuck that. Because let me tell you what, my ability to feel empathy for you shuts off like a spigot when you choose to harm someone else.
Yeah, exactly. And
especially an innocent.
And on the opposite side, and I don't want to say the opposite side because I feel sorry for people too. I know empathy is not the same as sympathy, but I'm a very, very big believer in personal fucking responsibility. And if I fucked up, hey, you know what? I've got to pay that price. Yeah. It's happened before. I'm sure eventually it'll happen again. Hopefully not, but I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
And if that's on me, that's on me. Take whatever I have to. But when these motherfuckers, like that swimmer kid, whatever the fuck his name was,
Brock.
Oh yeah,
Turner.
something ultra white, just the worst name ever. I'm sure his middle name was Kyle.
Rich kid.
And he probably wears pop collared fucking shirts. Anyway, but like with him, he did what, a month in jail maybe.
I don't even think he did that.
He should have been.
I think he was supposed to do 3 months. Is that right?
All I know is this girl was unconscious, and people saw him sexually assault her, and I don't really care why or how he did it. Like, it boggles my mind that anybody can make excuses for this behavior. Like that a judge could go, he's young, y'all. Damn, that's worse.
Yeah. Or I think what the judge actually said was, it would be a shame to ruin such a bright future.
Mm-hmm. What kind of
exactly
bright future?
Exactly.
He's a rapist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, I guess I need
a bright future of raping.
Yeah. I guess I need to clarify something. I am a fan of personal responsibility because if we aren't responsible for our own actions, you can't do anything. The society breaks down.
I am the first to admit when I fuck up.
Right. But
and I do it a lot.
Yeah, I do too. But shit, where was I going with that? But goddamn.
Big fan of personal responsibility.
Yeah, no, I heard that part.
I'm gonna motherfucking kill you.
Shit.
Well, while you're thinking of that, I mean, even Bundy, the judge said, you know, you're a bright man. I would have loved to work in the courtroom with you. But guess what? They still fried his ass.
Well, yeah.
Oh, but I'm also a big fan of the rule of law. So, like with the Brock, whatever the fuck.
Turner, I think.
Okay. If there was if it was questionable, we heard something, but nobody actually saw what happened.
Okay, that's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You haven't broken that threshold of reasonable doubt, right? But if people fucking see it, there are witnesses.
Right.
The rule of law says I'm sure there's a minimum sentence for raping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure there's a minimum sentence for diddling kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Why are these assholes? Number one, no, that doesn't even matter. Why are they getting let off with probation?
Right,
really?
Like these are judges. These are people we have raised up to stand in judgment over us, and they
people whose ethics are supposed to be
above,
beyond reproach,
right? That are held to a higher standard of accountability.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like given a little pass for like, what the fuck? I mean, it boggles my mind. It makes me so angry. I'm almost incoherent.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. I wonder if it somewhat stems from. I know over the years there have been instances in teaching where teachers or coaches,
where were those teachers when I was in high school? Because those chicks were hot.
Have crossed over the line.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily gone, just way out there or anything, but they've crossed over the line.
Hold on. No. If you cross the line, you've crossed the line. There's no gradient. Oh, well, he only gave him a couple of hand jobs. No,
but Chris, what I'm saying is they've crossed the line, but they haven't actually committed a sexual act.
So you're talking like when they're texting sexually,
and different, or maybe they touched their butt, but they haven't, or something like that. And the the school board and these schools have done things like get rid of them, allowed them to move on to another state,
where they push their problem on.
So they push the problem on, and I'm wondering if this is just kind of the evolution.
Well,
that's the worst
that's
thing
a good
ever.
point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
where
I
they're
can
where they're
totally-
basically, it's not my problem. You just go away.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir. You decided to be a judge. It is, in fact, your fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. What he's saying is
But I'm
the
wondering if
school
this
board.